Lauren, and we're here to do a book talk video on The Fifth Wave by Yancey. Before we get into this, I just wanted to tell you guys that I'm super sorry that I haven't done a video in a really long time. I've had a lot of company over in the last month, so we've been doing things basically every day. They just went home a couple days ago. And so I haven't had a lot of time. Plus, I've been going to school, and I just got a new job. So I have 2 jobs now. Yay! And I'm going to school. So it's been all crazy, but I promise that I won't take a month ever again to do a video. So I just wanted to tell you that I'm really sorry, and then I'm back. Yay! Alright, so this book is about a girl named Cassie. She is living during an alien invasion, and her family ends up going to a campsite where they're, it's kind of like a safe haven, but so these buses come one day, and they end up taking all the little children under the age of 12. So Cassie's like, I think she's 14, so she's not able to go onto the bus, even though her dad is like pleading with this person to, please take her. And she doesn't go, and she loses her little brother, Sammy, and so the book is about her trying to find Sammy. I didn't think that I was going to like it as much as I did, just because I don't really like a lot of alien stories. I've watched, maybe a couple of them, but most of them are really kind of creepy or weird or, kind of out there. So I loved this book. It was so good. It's probably my new favorite book. It's so good. I loved his writing style. He actually made a couple different points of views, which I can't really get into because it'll kind of spoil the book. But I loved how the different points of views actually, switched up. It doesn't, whenever Cassie wasn't the main speaker in this story, I noticed it right away. Like, as soon as a new point of view was open and, there, I was like, oh, this is a new person. I wonder who this is. And, I loved his writing style. I thought he was hilarious. This book is awesome. The next book comes out in September. It's next month, and I think it's not even a month away. And I'm like, oh my god, this book needs to be out now. So I can't wait until the next book comes out. I'm going to be like first in line for this book. So go pick it up. If you haven't read it, I would highly suggest you read it. If you haven't picked this book up, go pick it up tonight. Just go read it. It's so good. I promise you, you won't, hate picking up this book. It was so good. I loved it. It's a young adult novel. He also wrote a couple other books, which I got for my birthday. And I'm really excited about reading them. They're called The Monstermologist, and then there's a couple others. I don't have the last one, but I'm going to be on a search for it. I got it from one of my friends who's awesome. And yeah, okay, so pick up this book, read it, tell me what you think. I want to hear your opinion, and then you guys can come back for the spoiler version of this story. So bye if you haven't read this book. See ya. I will talk to you guys later. Come back when you've read it. Fifth Wave. See ya. Bye. 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 Okay. So I guess all the people that are staying for this book talk have actually read this book. How much did you guys love it? How much did you guys hate it? Like, I really want to know. I wanted to have a conversation about this book. It was so good. I loved this book. I loved how it started off where she was, talking about her, and then she, talked about how she actually had to kill a soldier, and how she wasn't sure if the soldier was an alien or not. I don't know why I liked it so much. I thought that was a very good opening for a story. Like, most stories are like, they don't get into the action like right away. They kind of like build this story up and, everything. And that part of the story was, built up in kind of not really the middle part of the story, but, mostly in the beginning. But it goes from what's going on right now until what's happening, and then it progresses to what is happening like right now. So I thought that was kind of cool how like it went from the future to the past, and then it goes to the present. So I thought that was really kind of cool. I also really liked the point of views and how they switched. I thought it was awesome because in some of the books that I've read recently, there's been a lot of like switching up the point of views and the different persons that are, part of this story. And I could pick it up right away that Cassie was not speaking, that it was Ben, or it was Sammy, or it was Evan. Like, I thought that was awesome that I could actually pick it up, that it was a different person and who that person was. I thought it was awesome that Ben is now alive. I totally thought that he was going to be dead because of what Cassie said in the very beginning, that she wasn't sure if Ben was alive or not, and that she thought he was dead, and I thought it was kind of cool that he was still alive. I also really thought it was kind of cool that Ben is now like Sammy's adoptive brother, and I thought it was Sammy's so cute, and I'm so sad that like he had to grow up in this type of world that he's living in. But I really enjoyed Sammy's character. I thought he was so cute, and I really hoped, excuse me, I really hoped that he was alive through the whole thing, and I love this book. It was so good. I hope that Evan is still alive. Like, I cannot wait to figure out what happened. And if Evan is still alive, I hope there's not really a love triangle. Me and my husband were talking about this. He doesn't think that there's going to be a love triangle because because Ben he really likes Ringer, who I think is really cool. They actually casted her a couple days ago, and I wasn't expecting Ringer to look like that. So I'm pretty sure that I thought that she had black hair. And she has blonde hair. I mean, it's not really that big of a deal, but it was just kind of like, oh, you definitely are not what I was expecting you to be. So, I do like that Chloe Moretz is going to be Cassie, but when I was reading the book, I couldn't picture Chloe Moretz as Cassie. So, I think that she's going to be a very good Cassie, but I just couldn't picture her when I was reading the book, if that makes sense. But I think she's going to do a really good job of being Cassie. I love most of her movies, so we'll see. I also am really excited this book is going to come out as a movie in January, so that's going to be awesome. I hope that they do The Infinite Sea. I can't wait to pick up that book. It's going to be so awesome. And then, I also I thought it was kind of sad when Cassie and Sam had to leave one another. I actually almost cried when he was saying goodbye and giving her his teddy bear. It was so sad. And I felt like Sammy grew up a lot, with everything that was going on around him. Like, he had to be a soldier, and he had to learn how to fight. He had to learn how to, leave his family and, deal with that. And then it was just, I don't know. It was so sad that he had to deal with this sort of world that he's living in. But I thought his character was so awesome. Like, I loved his character. I also really loved Cassie's character. I actually loved every character. I don't know. I just thought this book was so well-rounded. It was so good. It was, like, this author, there was so many things that happened in this book that it was just kind of like, it's kind of crazy at how much this author put into this book. Like, this story is so good. There are so many things that happen in the story that you're like, oh, we'll never see this part again. And then it happens. Like, the whole baby talk. Cassie was in love with Ben, and for the longest time, she just wanted to say, oh, do you remember that conversation we had about my brother being the same age as your little sister, and how, we're kind of connected in that. And she actually said it in the end, and he was just like, I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm going to give you a hug because that's what you want. And I don't know, that would be so much of what a guy would do. Like, I don't know what this conversation is about, but I'm really sorry that we have to be in this situation. So, here's a hug. And then I also loved, oh my god, I loved how, Cassie got so mad at Evan for reading her journal, because I would have been pissed if somebody read my journal. But I loved how she, like, lied about Ben Parrish and how she was dating him and how they were in love with each other and then he died, and then Evan knows the entire truth. And then I love how, like, Ben is still alive in the end and Evan actually gets to meet her. Like, yeah, that's awkward, but I just thought it was, you know, kind of like a comedic relief kind of thing. I just really enjoyed this book as a whole, so I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what books you guys want me to read next. I have a lot in mind. I have to finish The Secret Circle by one of my friends. She let me borrow it, so I have to finish that one. And then one of my other friends bought me this other book called Elsewhere. And then I have a lot of other books that I got for my birthday from my mom, my husband, you know, my friends. So I'm really grateful that I got all these books. I'm so excited to read all of them. Yeah, I hope to see you guys next on my next video. I'll probably do a book haul video for all the books that I didn't show you guys, which I'm really excited about. And then I'll probably